Hey everybody, it's Total War is here, and I got another great land battle here for you. It's going to be Macedon facing off for Sparta, and so it's going to be the fight for dominance in Greece, the great fight for dominance. But it's actually in Europe. It's another flat plain, which really disgusts me. I've talked about that before. Flat plain, no tactical advantage. It's just like brute force victories. Yeah, it's kind of annoying because nobody really likes to try to find that tactical advantage. Julius Caesar would probably not like that. He was very much for the tactical advantage in the layout of the land. So I'm here playing as Sparta, and the front line is going to be my Spartan youths. I'm going to have 4 of those stretching across my front line. Behind that, I'm going to have some Helot archers, 3 to be precise. Then on either wing, I'm going to have some citizen cavalry. Back in these front line is going to be backed by some Procoli hoplites, or Procoli spears. Essentially a hoplite unit. Then some Procoli pikemen. I thought I had a second one of those. No? Okay, yeah, right here. So 2 Procoli pikemen. And then in the back, my Heroes of Sparta. This is going to be my most dangerous unit. This is the heavy, super heavy spear infantry. And this is a very dangerous hoplite unit. So this is my elite, my worst units up front. These are the Procoli spears, are kind of a mid-grade unit. Then we're gonna have the pikemen, which are okay. I mean, pikes are great in any condition, if you're not any condition, most conditions. And then the citizen cavalry, a mid-grade cavalry. So not a great army, but my elites are pretty good. They could do a ton of damage. So over here from Macedon, it's gonna be the Sarissa cavalry. Up front, this is a very light shock cavalry with some Agrinian axemen. Agrinian. I put 2 G's in there that first time. Okay. So there's going to be 4 of those. Then some militia hoplites backed by 2 thorax swordsmen and a shield bearer. So very heavy, actually very heavy spear infantry. So that's not going to be quite as good as my Heroes of Sparta, but it's still a very dangerous unit. Then on either flank, we're just going to have some pikemen. Nothing special about that. Up front, the militia hoplites. This is it looks as a heavy unit. It's got the flat banner. It's a very heavy spear infantry, but it's really, I mean, it's the cheapest spear infantry you can get for Macedon. So it's not great. Maybe a little better than the Spartan youths, though, just because of the heavier armor. Now, we do have some skirmish cavalry for my Spartans, and you're going to see they're going to get mutilated by those Agrinians. Keep putting a second G in that one. And the skirmish cav are just getting destroyed. That was a waste of those cavalry units. I don't know why I did that. I mean, look at this. Not even a good kill count. 1, 0, 1 kill count. Like, those are horrible. That was a waste of those 3 units. And those were not, I don't believe those are cheap units. Those are skirmisher cav. I believe those are the lower grade skirmishers. But still, that's any unit. Every unit is valuable. So not a ton of heavy, not good cavalry for Macedon. So I definitely have the mobility advantage over these Sarissa cavalries. The citizen cavalry is much better, mostly because these Sarissas are shock cav, and they don't do as good into hand-to-hand versus the other cavalry, but they do very good against infantry. You're going to see they're going to destroy them Spartan youths. 10 kills on the initial charge for no losses. You're going to do the same thing on either flank, on both flanks. You're going to see I'm going to try to retaliate with some citizen cavalry. That's just going to mess up the lines of my Spartan youths, who are going to get destroyed. I'm extending my flank here with some Procoli pikemen. They're going to try to engage the Macedonian pikemen, and they're pretty evenly matched. I mean, the pikemen from Macedon have a 3 better on their melee defense. They have better armor, better health, and that's about it. So those are pretty evenly matched, though the pikemen are the better unit. We're going to see the shield bearers get through to the archers here. And, ooh, this hell archers, they did no damage, really. I mean, like, very little damage there from their initial volleys. Then over here, pikemen again, going to try to fight the Procoli pikemen. The Procoli pikemen, something went wrong right there. That formation is way out. Glitch in the game, maybe I must have messed up major there. Now you can see I'm trying to get them back into formation, but you can see they're turned incorrectly. Now I'm going to charge my citizen cavalry into the back of those pikemen, and that it did not do good. No kills, 5 losses, so not great on that charge. Expecting a little more out of that, I guess. Okay, we have a militia hoplite going nowhere. Literally, just nowhere. Okay, over here we have a thorax swordsman getting destroyed by the heroes of Sparta. So the heroes are making the dent early. As the swordsman, the thorax, that was the best unit on the field for Macedon. So to lose that, that's dangerous for Macedon to lose their elites. But you can see the heroes of Sparta are paying for it. They've already lost 4 men. I guess they've taken away 25. So it's a fair exchange in any the Helot archers in any battlefield. The Spartan youths getting destroyed by those militia hoplites. The militia hoplites have the hoplite wall, and that's pretty much a tight formation that they just make a wall with their spears, and it is going to make them a pain to kill. The Spartan youths do not have that ability, though the Spartan youths have discipline, which is going to keep them in the fight a little bit longer than the hoplites, the militia hoplites. And you're going to see one Spartan youth is dominated against the militia hoplites. Had some help from those archers, I believe. Here, Spartan youth getting destroyed by the shield bearers, and despite being surrounded, the shield bearers gonna chew through those Procoli spears and the Spartan youth. That's a great unit. 128 in climbing. Over here we have another Heroes of Sparta 60 fighting another thorax swordsman, and they are doing really good. The heroes are dominating the field, but unfortunately the Spartan youth not doing quite as good. Some citizen cavalry coming in to help the general, my general, but yeah. Okay, so over here we have some pikemen from Macedon have broken through. Now they're going to try to flank my Spartan youths. You can see they're sending some Helot archers in their direction. And it's taking a toll, but they're still just too good. They destroyed my pikes, the Spartan pikemen. Now you see I have a Spartan youth sitting here doing nothing. Should be turning against this Sarissa cavalry, which is now coming into my archers. And ouch, those archers are going to pay for it. Oof. That's not good. My citizen cavalry completely depleted. Going to try to fight these Agrinian axemen. But they're too small of a unit. That Agrinian axemen is essentially a medium melee infantry because they have that armor, and they're decent in the hand-to-hand. They're decent in the melee. They're not the best at their javelin volleys, but I guess that's what you got to do. My pikes over here have won against Macedon's pikes, but it looks like they're going to get surrounded by the Agrinian axemen and some militia hoplites. And now the archers that were supporting them are going to get hit by the Sarissa cavalry. Sarissa cavalry with 113 kills. On this flank, it's 96. So that's pretty much it. You can see Macedon has won on this left flank and is bringing in their pikes, their militia hoplites, and the Agrinian axemen. The Sarissa cavalry going to try to rear charge maybe my Spartan youths because they're fighting the Agrinians. The Spartan youths are probably going to lose that just because of sheer numbers. Just because they're so outnumbered. In any other condition, I believe they would win. Now they're going to get recharged by the Sarissas. Yep, that's it. The Spartan youths are routed. Over here, we got some Periocoli spears. And they're doing decent 34 kills, but against that shield bearer, 194 and still going. I mean, that's great. Those shield bearers are just destroying the ranks. I mean, they practically won this all single-handedly. Over here we have a Heroes of Sparta surrounded and still fighting for his life. He's in hoplite wall, 171 kills and climbing. He's actually winning the fight despite being surrounded by Agrinian axemen, militia hoplites, and charged by Sarissa cavalry. They're pulling off a victory there despite being severely outnumbered and completely surrounded. So great job there by the Heroes of Sparta. They are a great unit, very elite. Unfortunately, you only get 90 of them in a unit to the normal 160, I believe. Because they're so good, it's kind of like the Berserkers for Suebi. They have to limit how many you can have in a unit because it's so good. If you had a full unit, you would just dominate. But now the Heroes of Sparta for the general, 161 kills, going to charge the Agrinians. Axeman at 79 kills and climbing. Going to get rear charged by another Axeman unit. We're just going to start calling those Axemen because I've failed that pronunciation so many times. 227 kills on the shield bearers. The shield bearers are doing amazing for this fight. And now both heroes of Sparta are surrounded entirely. This one here that was winning the fight, 216 kills, going to start getting rear charged by the cavalry. I believe these Agrinians still have some archer ammo, or some javelin volleys too. Nope, don't look like it. So they're going to pull off, let the cavalry do some repeat charges into the back of those heroes, and that is going to be the end of those heroes units who are now, they're going to rout that one cav unit, but they're going to go down. 244 kills, 197 and climbing over here for this one, but it's going to get rear charged by the shield bearers, and the shield bearers are just going to be too good, and that is going to end this fight. Okay, so unfortunately I went down in glory though. 284 kills for those heroes, and that is, come on, they're going to die soon. It's going to happen. Can they make it to 300? Nope, they're going to go down. Okay. So thanks for watching. We're going to look at the statistics here. Before I go over the statistics, I'm just going to say like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. We're doing great for the start of the channel, and it would be a great help if you could tell others about the channel, get some other people to watch it, and subscribe. It really helps out for this, get this Rome 2 content up. Now for the starting, we have my heroes of Sparta who did stellar. 208 kills, 294 on the other, so great job by the heroes. Kind of disappointing on the cavalry here, 23 and 24, and they didn't even stop the shock cavalry of Macedon. These horse archers, and terribly disappointing. I used those very ineffectively. I kind of threw them away when I charged them into the front of the Macedonian line to let them get destroyed by the Agrinians. You know what? They're the Axemen. They've changed their names. They're the Axemen now. And the Axemen just destroyed those skirmisher cavalry. The 3 Helot archers did decent for the price. The Helot archers are a very cheap archer unit. And they got charged by the Sarissa cavalry, so they didn't get a ton of time. They didn't get to use all their ammunition, but they were doing okay. Here are the Spartan youths. No, those are Prolocoli pikemen. The pikemen, this one 112 did great. The other one 26 did not so great. Then the Prolocoli 47, 37, so decent. The Spartan youths, not great for the Spartan youths, but this one here did okay with 94 kills. That is going to be 1,044 in total. So decent, not great, not my best battle ever, especially considering I lost. If I would have won, I would have said, okay, that was decent, but I don't know. The shield bearers, 230 kills, 135, 151 on the Sarissa cavalry. Great job by AEG TOZ to use the Sarissa cavalry effectively, get those a ton of kills out of those. The Axemen also were used quite effectively, all over 100 kills. The militia hoplites, 103 on that militia hoplite. That is crazy. These other 2 not so great. This one here, decent. The thorax swordsmen didn't do quite as good considering their price. They are rather expensive. They're more of a mid-tier expense for sword units, but they were up against the heroes of Sparta, so they were facing some tough competition. The pikemen over here did great, 95, 56, a little more disappointing, but 56 is still good. I believe they were fighting these Prolocoli pikemen here, the ones on the right flank that broke through. So thank you for watching.